Oh, Tech Breeze Jump Scare. Yeah, it's me. Hi, Niall. Uh, Mechanicus 2. It's been a long while coming. I've been a big fan of the first game. Uh, I've been playing it for years on and off. And Mechanicus 1 was the game that really made me like, the Adeptus Mechanicus in general. Because earlier than that, I didn't really know who they were, just vaguely. When it comes to like Warhammer, I was mostly familiar with Space Marines, maybe the Guard, mostly because of Space Marine 1 and and Dawn of War as well, I guess. Well, the most prominently featured units are Space Marines, Orcs, maybe the Eldar, a little bit. But yeah, I had like surface level knowledge of all of these, and the Adeptus Mechanicus wasn't really featured too much. Maybe just referred to in Space Marine 1, definitely. But here we have it, the second part of Mechanicus. I've been looking forward to it, and well, since I played the first game, the Mechanicus, well, as you can see, they kind of grew on me. So I'm a big fan. They're just massive hypocrites, really. Today is the 21st of May, 2026, and it is the Skulls event. Currently, I haven't watched the live stream of it, but I have received a number of updates and news about basically like half a dozen Warhammer games that I actively play. And well, there was one. Well, Mechanicus is like a separate, so it's like a release. And other than that, the update patch 13 for Space Marine 2 came out, featuring the Iron Hands, who are like essentially AdMech adjacent in their mentality, that the flesh is weak but the machine is strong. So there's that. Darktide received an update, or will receive an update, in the form of a new character DLC. The Skitari will be joining the Rejects, who are like hardline Adeptus Mechanicus military units. So that's gonna be interesting. The design, from what I have seen of the trailer, like the short little teaser, not really teaser, the actual character trailer, I was not expecting them to be like genuine Skitari. I think Primus. I can't remember what they are called exactly, but they look like proper Skitari, so that's gonna be cool as well. And well, there will be a Rogue Trader DLC coming in June. I think that's June 28th. Somewhere at the end of June, there will be a Rogue Trader DLC called the Infinite Museum, featuring. I'm assuming it will feature Trezin, the Infinite, and I would assume it will be about his collection, his museum of various things and people that he has collected throughout the galaxy. So I don't know how that will be connected to the story of Rogue Trader, but I am gonna check it out probably when it comes out. So yeah, it's Warhammer people have been eating good today. Well, 40k people, but I'm assuming Fantasy Warhammer will get its share of stuff. But we are focusing on Mechanicus 2 now, so I played the demo in last November. I enjoyed it. So it's looking good. The music, even then I heard that the music is pretty good. Who is he? Guillaume David. David Guillaume. Sir Guillaume. He has done an amazing job, and I have heard, well, this main menu music for the past half an hour while I was doing prep. And some of the songs in the demo as well. they feel like Mechanicus 1 music, just, you know, a little bit fresh, some changes. So, a lot more bassy it feels like, at least this one. I think this is Children of the Omnissiah Part 2. I think I saw that title somewhere. I might be wrong. But it feels a little bit more intense. But I would assume there will be variations of it. This is just your, here is Mechanicus 2, enjoy it. Praise be to the Omnissiah. Yeah, so I played the demo last year and I've been looking forward to it. It looked promising. So here we be, let's check it out. I don't know if I will play a whole playthrough, but I mean, I will play a whole playthrough, don't get me wrong, but I don't know if it's gonna be a whole video series, but I felt like this is like a special occasion, so I made a video. So here we are. Okay, so let's check out the campaign then. Okay, we got choices. Normal, classic Mechanicus experience, tactical decisions and calculated sacrifices are essential to overcome your foes. Of course, of course. Yeah, I'm not gonna skip any of these. I want the full experience. We got Tactician, which is... Oh, okay. Efficiency, positioning, and mastery of mechanics are key to survival. I will probably play this at some point. But the modifiers are interesting. That enemies will have one additional trait, so not all traits are available on all difficulties. So that's how they make it more difficult, which is interesting. I think in the first game they just increased their HP, essentially. And, you know, aim was not a factor. If you see an enemy, you hit it, and the same is true for the Necrons too. So it's not like XCOM, where 95% take two, 95% to hit, miss. You know, that doesn't happen. Yeah, they reanimate faster. That might have been a factor in the first game too. I'm not 100% on that one. Enemy Necrons have Dominion level 5 by default. Each mission starts with the Vigilance meter already partially filled. I think these are like two various facets of the two playable factions that you can play as. I'm assuming Vigilance is related to the AdMech, so I guess we'll find out. What about Grim Darkness? Expect brutal opposition and punishing consequences. Yeah, that checks out. Enemies will have several additional traits. Cool. Dominion 10 isn't isn't that the maximum? I saw an achievement, I think. So that's cool. What about narrative? Higher HP for your units, lower HP for enemy. More starting resources, increased resources gained. So there's more resource management, I'm assuming. Because that is base building now. You're supposed to build forge builds and all that. So, and the equivalent on the Necrons side, I'm assuming. Or it might be entirely different for the Necrons. They might be... Maybe they don't build, they just reawaken their tombs around the planet. Planets even, I don't know how many there are. So, gameplay might be entirely different for the two factions. So, I mean, that's great. Fewer enemy units in generic missions. Beginning skirmish with more cognition / dominion. Yeah. Okay, we're gonna do normal for our introduction. That's gonna be perfectly fine. And I'll go crazier later when I'm more experienced in how this game is. Okay, let's start. Hecateus 4. Adeptus Mechanicus Forge World. Inceptive. Okay. Ah, it's an AdMech flyer unit. I can't remember what they are called. Essentially, they are like ornithopters from Dune. A little bit. That's what people always liken them to.
I can confirm the presence of Xenostructures.
Der Inquisitor steamroller. Your objective is to explore and catalogue any Xenos artifacts and report back to the Omnicide.
Such a shame to finally find what I have sought, and not bring anything back.
Limit your activities to observation. Our thought world is young. We would know what has been here before. Only then can this region be consecrated to the Omnisire and its bounties exploited.
Of course, Prime Hermeticon. My maniple will locate an entrance to the underground structure. Let us venture deeper. There is always so much under the surface for the taking.
I like this new type of narration. Like, one thing that people weren't sure about in after the first game. Oh. Topographical scans confirm structural entrance bearing 931. This is the little server skull on the right.
A door left open for us. Perhaps seismic activity has opened it. Excavation Maniple Eta 7. Scout ahead. Secure the entrance.
So yeah, in the first game, the AdMech tech priests essentially talked in lingua technis. I think that's the common term for it. Like, basically just machine language. So there was no, like, actual narration, so to say. They were just these weird mechanical noises. And in this one, they seem to have some. I mean, so far I have only heard Skevola, this tech priestess, who was also featured in the demo. I'm assuming this is the prologue, which also serves as a demo for the game. And I have seen people, but not all people were like satisfied with this new method, which I understand because the original style was also pretty great. But the developers heard these comments, and they involve a setting which reverts the narration of the tech priests back to how they were in the first game. So no English speech, basically. So that's awesome. But specifically me, I like Skevola. So this narration is awesome. So, continue.
These ruins belie the much larger structure beneath. There is much here I find familiar.
Emergent. Anomalous energy readings, unknown origin.
Xenos, my hypothesis holds true. The day will not be wasted after all.
Oh. Are we entering battle immediately? I don't remember much of the demo. It was just a bunch of various scenes, one after the other. It was fairly linear, which is a difference from the first game. But hopefully, like, after the prologue, it will be a lot more like the first game, where you can go around in an overhead map and find stuff randomly and run into random enemies. Okay. Mechanicus 2 is a turn-based tactical RPG, which you take control of a powerful leader supported by a group of combatants. To avoid defeat, you must ensure your leader's survival at any cost, even the sacrifice of your other units. That is very much AdMech, yeah. It's your turn. During your turn, select any of your units to play it. You can play each unit once per round. Use tab to cycle through your available units. Movement and weapons. By using a movement action, a unit may freely move up to its movement limit during its turn. Each weapon action may be used once per turn, but be careful. After using a weapon, the unit cannot move again that turn. Roger. You can increase the animation speed of units' movement and actions in the settings. That's fine. Alright, traits and statuses. Traits are passive effects. They sometimes require specific conditions in order to trigger, so don't forget to read these descriptions. Yeah, always useful. During a skirmish, a unit may also be temporarily affected by positive or negative statuses. Ending your turn. Once you have finished using the unit, you are once you have finished using the unit you are playing, you can end your turn. Yeah, alright. Okay, so we got a couple of servitors. One Skitari Ranger and Scaevola herself. You can right-click people to examine them, see what they have. Zenarite Data Curse. Inflict weakened and immobilize on an enemy unit, alright. Oh, and these are also explained next to it, so... yeah, it's handy. The Omniscion X. Deals max damage if the bearer has not moved this turn. Okay, so ideally, that should be used to its maximum effect if you don't move that turn. And it also... damage inflicted ignores the target's defense. That's hard. We got the Volkai Blaster, which inflicts burning. And that's also a heavy weapon. Right, so heavy weapons, if you don't move, they do more damage. That's the message. Gotcha. And this also bypasses armor, it looks like. Macrostabber is... oh, okay, pistols can be used within melee range. Okay, so it's like a little finisher weapon. Gotcha. Can zoom in pretty well. Can I rotate somehow? Q? Ah yeah, Q and E. And they are... and okay, rotation is not... that's probably a very smart term for this in English, but... there are like 4 specific angles into which you could turn the camera. Kind of like an old school RTS or The Sims 1, I guess. I think that had like specific rotation angles. But here it's like free rotation, so that's nice. You can zoom in pretty well. And there is no blur. Like, when you zoomed in the first game, you could like get a really good close-up of your units, but the image kind of got blurry, so at least that's not happening here anymore. Right, so we got a few Scarab Swarms floating around. We got one Necron Warrior who's standing up and one who is currently down, but will resurrect in 3 turns. This is what we have gathered. So I think I'm just gonna use the servitors to, you know, tank the initial waves. Okay, so this is move. And that one is the servo arm. Are there shortcuts, like one? Okay, yeah. So you can use number keys to like select the action you want to perform. So I'm gonna move up there. Okay, I have to get used to the rotation. Okay, and program sacrifice is the trait of the servitor. After suffering damage, generate 1 cognition point. Yeah, that's pretty much what they were used for in the first game too. Yeah, so let's hit these guys. Okay, a couple of them got knocked out. And that's me. Okay, next up, let's go here with this servitor and do the same. If they get attacked, we will get cognition points, which is, I'm assuming that is the resource that the tech priest, in this case Kevola, will be able to utilize in more powerful attacks. Okay, got 1 damage, but we got cognition points. Generated via unit traits, cognition points are a resource unique to the Adeptus Mechanicus. Use them to empower your leader's movement. Oh yeah, lead movement can be also extended with cognition points. Weapons and skills, or activate your leader's canticle for a unit. You cannot have more than 10 cognition points stored, so spend them ideally before you are full of them. Canticles are special enhancements exclusive to the AdMech units. Each tech priest leader grants 1 unique canticle to the units under their command. Right, so canticles seem to be a little bit different. In the first game they were like mass, well, not all of them mass sprayers, but there were a lot which just affected all of your tech priests. Or some of them could be used on troop units too. So like heal this unit for 10 HP or increase everyone's like energy shielding for 2 rounds or stuff like that. So this might be different. So Scaevola can do the Litany of the Ancient Matrix, which does empowered. I don't know what that means. Oh, ooh, careful. How can I see what empowered does? Can I look somehow? Okay, we'll figure it out sometime. I was going with the Baldur's Gate 3 logic that if you like select the skill, you can hover over the highlighted little term that you are curious about, and another little window will pop up, which might happen sometime, but I don't see it here. Anyway, we'll figure it out. It's fine. Might as well just end up using the ability on someone and check it out there. So yeah, Skitari Ranger, let's move him to cover. That's what I was gonna say. Some units can use cover to prevent themselves being targeted by the enemy. Well, I'm assuming that will not prevent them from targeting me, but it will help them survive such targeting. Cover can potentially be destroyed by allied or enemy attacks. Good, well, I was gonna put him here. What does he have? Augmetic Sight. After attacking an enemy target at range 5 or more. Okay, so that also generates. So ideally keep rangers at a distance and shoot as far as you can. Which will give you more cognition points. Which I was gonna do here. Do their weapons also reveal like enemy HP? Because that was also a thing in the first game, that you didn't initially you didn't know how much health or what stats the enemy had. Like how much HP do they have? Do they have physical armor? Do they have energy armor? So that was all in the fog, so to say, and you had to figure them out in various ways. So now I see that I know how much HP this guy has, but did the Galvanic Rifle do that? Because I think in the first game, Skitari were able to like reveal stats. I mean, the Rangers did. But I don't see that being spelled out anywhere, so maybe that's just how it is now. I mean, to be fair, the Servitors' attacks also did that, so... or maybe it's just Scaevola's ability. Who knows? Oop. Yeah, I'm gonna shut up. Let's just play a game. Some units have special actions known as skills. Unlike weapon actions, skills can be used at any point during a unit's turn without restricting its movement. Okay, so... Right. If you use a skill, that doesn't mean that your movements are done. Roger. What does this... Oh yeah, this is the Weaken and Immobilize skill. I mean... What's the range? Okay, it's not too far. Let's move... Oh, okay, I can't move very far unless I use Cognition. If I go all this way, which is possible, but that would use up my Cognition points. So let's just go... Let's go here for now. And let's help out with these little scarabs here. Clean. Alright. We do have the Volkai Blaster. Yeah, why not? No, actually, I am out of range. Okay, end. Okay, getting some more cognition for that. The timeline. This is the timeline. It's a very useful tool for planning your tactics each round. Player turns. Player turns are marked with your faction icon. In your turn, you may activate one unit of your choice, provided it has not already acted this round. Enemy turns. At the start of the skirmish, an enemy unit's place in the timeline is hidden. It is revealed when the unit first activates or when it is targeted by a weapon or skill. Use this information to prioritize threats and avoid wasted damage. Okay. Reinforcement. At the end of each round, the reinforcement step occurs. During this step, both you and the enemy have the opportunity to deploy any units held in reserve to the battlefield. These units are then placed into the timeline for the next round. Once this step is complete, a new round begins. Fair, okay. That feels familiar compared to the previous. Okay, I have 4 units and I move with all of them, so let's go with this servitor, maximize its use. Maybe I can finish these scarabs here. Well, I couldn't. Oh well. Oh, okay. Luckily, it was just one damage, and that was 3. Good. Okay, so much for that servitor. Feel like I should probably hit this guy. And in the next turn I'll have to finish off the other one, so that it doesn't get back up. Good. Maybe Empower just increases the damage? I guess I found out. What if we go here and help out the Skitari by doing this? So that it doesn't get harassed by the scarabs. I do have the Volkite Blaster, which is... I mean, I have cognition, why not? Ooh. Just gone. Disappeared from this galaxy altogether. Yeah. Okay, how far can this servitor go? Not very far. And currently they only have 1 active unit, who will take some time. So from the timeline it looks like it'll be 2 of my guys' turn. There will be the Necron over there who will resurrect unless I kill him this round. There will be my 3rd unit, and the last one will be this Necron warrior. So I think I'm going to hit that guy in the back first. There we go, so he doesn't come back. I want to see what this litany does. Boom. Empowered. Empowered. The next weapon action used by this unit yeah, so 1 more damage, basically. That's fair. Okay, Skevola. I shall... What if I move you here and attack that guy? I mean, essentially that should be the end of this match. Just use the... No, use this guy for 1 more range. Yep. Yeah. Victory. Yeah, that was a simple one, and I have seen it before, you know, in the demo.
That is the last of them.
There it was. Emergent. Partial what is that word? Exigency report from Servitor 99-7 Gamma. Location 18.9 meters below.
An emergency? What is the servitor's status? Report.
Communications interference. Request cannot be fulfilled.
Then we shall have to see it for ourselves.
And we shall.
Servitor 997 Gamma. Satisfactory? Evidently Obviously worse for wear.
Dude is like half dead. The servitor requires attention before it is functional. Okay, repair it then.
The servitor's logic circuits were burned out, and the gyro sextant misaligned. These have been corrected. Report on its status.
Servitor 99.7 Gamma, functioning at minimal capacity.
It will have to suffice.
So yeah, it's been repaired and it is now a unit in our retinue, I guess.
This one is damaged. Its machine code generator must be malfunctioning. Servitor, engage low Gothic speech mode.
Servitor 99.7 Gamma auditory response mode initiated.
Good. I would scour this place for its secrets, but it is unwise to tarry. Survey our immediate surroundings and report.
Scaevola is interesting because she is more of inquisitive, so to say. Because well, not just within AdMech, but like generally in the Imperium, there are the Puritans and the... what's the other end? Radicals, I think. So Puritans and Radicals. Puritans are more like the Imperium and mankind is sacred, do not mess with alien technology, keep it clean. Radicals, however, recognize that maybe this alien tech is actually pretty valuable and it will make us even more powerful than we already are. We should totally use that, like Necron weaponry, for instance. And Scaevola, coming from Styges 8, I think, they are more on the tech priests on Styges 8 are more on the radical side. They are more willing to experiment with Xenos technology. And as such, Scaevola is generally like, even in the first game she was like this, but she was always for, you know, let's use this technology. So it's interesting to see her like walk around in these Necron tombs and looking at things. And she seems to be, you know, reluctant to just leave things here. She wants to, you know, gather tech, as she always has. Core chamber detected beyond gateway.
The mechanics of fate have put a door in our path. Surely the Omnisire wills us to delve further.
Voice acting is really good, and I only heard one tech priest. The Xenos technology of the gateway is unresponsive. Decide how to proceed. Okay, now we're getting the decisions. The first game, these decisions that you get when you explore the overhead map of a tomb area, there was a certain level of stress to it because you just have no idea what will happen most of the time. Sometimes you get your full cognition gauge filled, which is awesome. Sometimes all of your units get -2 damage, which is not ideal. Sometimes you discover new technology, which is the best. And yeah, sometimes you just get more enemy awareness, which is, again, not great. So here it's very simple. I'm just hoping that later on, when we actually get to like the normal overheads, if they do exist in this game as well, it will be something similar. So there's like a little bit of a Gamba situation going on when you explore. Let's use aggression. There is no time for the vagaries and hazards of Xenos tech. I would click this, but that is nothing like Scaevola, so I'm gonna be subtle. Attempt to open the gate by finding and examining the locking mechanisms in the hope of operating it directly. Scaevola would do that, I think. She is curious about all this stuff.
A modulated current applied to the locking components should produce results.
Power spike detected.
And it opens. There is no obstacle that will not melt away before a sufficiently cunning application of knowledge.
Yeah, there it is. The door has been opened.
Excavation maniple 8 to 7, and mostly intact. Servo skull, find us a way back to the surface.
Calculating optimal routes. This... Oh, are we switching
For
over?
an eternity, we slumbered. And as we slept, we dreamed of half-remembered lives and new forms of cold metal and hate, of shackles broken and gods humbled, of the empire that was ours and the galaxy that bowed to us. From her slumber awoke Nefershah, our guard to the Pharaon Sankotep. Nefershah, she who was to decide the fate of Kivroth.
Okay, so now we are going to switch over to the Necrons. You know, get a feeling of both of the factions.
Memories. Biotransference. The cold of the great sleep. I have dreamed, but now I wake.
The weight of eons lay on the tomb of Nefershah. The Vargard knew her slumber had been a long one, but there was no telling how long.
There is no time to wallow in our past. I am the hand of the Pharaon. I am the Vargard to Sankotep. My duties are to the throne. Cryptek Kynox, attend to me.
But I was not there.
Cryptex are essentially, they are like time wizards of the Necrons. They can manipulate time and reality essentially in like crazy ways. So it's kind of funny that Kynox is like narrating this whole situation, and he's supposed to be around Nevershah, but he's just not. But he's also able to like narrate it. Oh, I was not there. Like, that's interesting. We shall see. Maybe he'll be like a little trickster kind of character. Okay, battle. We're gonna fight some AdMech units, I'm assuming. Time is a weapon like any other. If nothing else, I can just wait for my enemies to rot.
Herself faced with alien intruders. She regarded the creatures with as much mild curiosity as anger. They appeared partially biological and carried weapons of strange and inefficient design. They moved to attack, but Nefershah gave no quarter.
Yes, okay.
Only the ignorant would despoil the tomb of a Pharaon's Vargard. For that ignorance, I am the punishment. This world will be ours.
The first time a Necron unit is destroyed in a skirmish, its reanimation protocols activate. Yeah. So if that timer goes to 0, they will get back up. Some skills like Arise allows you to accelerate the return of units undergoing reanimation protocols. I'm assuming that's gonna be like a ranged AoE thing. Oh no, it's targeted. Alright. That's cool. Alright, so what's the situation? We have Nevershah. She has a Warsight. The Arise thing and Imperious Advance. Imperious. Charge in a straight line and inflict damage on the first unit encountered. Oh, and this gets stronger when you have more Dominion, it looks like. What is hers? After suffering fatal damage, enter into reanimation when... okay, so, yeah. And you resurrect with 50 HP, that's fair. So there's a Necron Warrior here, Necron Warrior there. I feel like if I resurrect this guy, who is a flayed one, he's not gonna be able to do much. He's a little bit overwhelmed there, but we can try it. Feel like, maybe I should do this instead. Oh, never mind. It was an AoE attack then. It looked like it's like targeted because there was a little laser pointer, but maybe that was just a giant AoE effect around Nevershah that I just didn't realize. But yeah, good. Let's go here. Yeah, fair. Oh, that's one of my guys. Alright, let's go. Okay, yeah. Still got opportunity attacks. I can move around this unit freely, but once I get out of its range, it will automatically hit me. If you played Baldur's Gate, this should be familiar. So I'm gonna move farther away from this ranger and attack from there. What does this Necron have? Flesh Hunger. When attacking a unit with less than 50 HP, attack twice. That's cool. They are like executioner units, essentially. Oh well, alright. Felt like this would happen. Okay, I think we should move over here. These guys will probably attack Nevershah if I let it. What's the range? Yeah, that's not happening. The number is Legion. After this unit is killed, it has a 20% chance to resurrect in its Lord's Court after the skirmish with 50 HP. 5% chance per Dominion level. I'm assuming the court is reinforcements, so you'll get a chance of, you know, bringing them back in when your reinforcement turn is happening, I'm assuming, which is cool. Yeah, they are not very fast. So let's just keep moving them up. It's just beyond reach. That's fine. Ah, we're getting some scarabs. Quite a few, actually. Okay. I shall... cool. This is a flyer unit. Oh, I can move them over pit cells as well. Oh, nice, nice. This one is self-destruct. But it requires Dominion 3, which is fair. They haven't really explained what Dominion is. Like, how do you gain Dominion? But maybe just, you know, being good, essentially. Okay, let's actually do that. Let's do the feeder mandibles on this lone ranger here. Okay, yeah. Oh, here it is. Each time one of your Necron units inflicts damage, the Dominion gauge fills by the same number. Okay, so more damage you do, more Dominion you get. Or, well, the Dominion gauge will increase. And when the gauge is fully filled... a Dominion level is gained and the gauge resets. Each level enhances or unlocks certain weapons and skills. Yeah. So basically it's like an XP bar for your Dominion. And you can increase your Dominion to level 10. And on Grim Darkness difficulty, this will be full for the enemy if you play against the Necrons. So, that does not sound good. Can I switch to Nevershah?
This world will be ours.
Yeah. Can I do something? Hey, this way, this way. Oh. Turn around. Why is she facing that way? I realized this little vent, the scarab vent, is in the way. I thought you could walk over it, but alas, no. So I'm gonna... I think I'm gonna walk up. Ooh, maybe... Will this go through enemies? Inflict damage on the... Okay, no, it won't, but that's fine. But I can still utilize it. Because that's a skill. It's not a weapon action, so I can immediately attack afterwards, I'm assuming. Okay, and yeah, now I do the sight. Is this an AoE slash? That's cool. So I could have just walked up to them and just sliced them in the face. But hey, we're learning. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Attacks of opportunity, like I said before. The ranger moved out of their range, the scarab's range, and they used the opportunity. Let me go here. This warrior and shoot this guy. Wait. Rapid fire. +1 damage on targets within half range. Okay. And it's a ghost weapon, which has a 10% chance to inflict +1 damage. And this chance increases per dominion level, so that's pretty cool. Bang. Alright. Okay. I shall do this. Let's move over here so I can keep this Skitari busy. Or just straight up kill him. Okay, no. No, not this time. Let's see this warrior. Let's move all the way here so we are within half range. Ooh, good damage. Nice.
Forgive Wrath.
Givroth is the Necron leader, I think. I'll learn. Let's hit these guys. Yeah. Good. Okay. Yeah, like the mechanics, some of the, you know, how traits work and stuff, they are similar.
The tomb of Nevershah was extensive, and its observation protocols long dormant. Until they were fully activated, the Varguard had to seek her cryptic advisor alone.
So yeah, some similarities between the factions, but fundamentally they are very different, and that's very cool. I like that.
These unworthy trespassers must not be permitted to become troublesome. And still, Kynox is not present. My cryptech should be in attendance.
Decide on an approach to finding Cryptech Kinox. Nevershah opted to locate Kinox as quickly as possible, heedless of any danger. Or, wary that she may have been awoken by the presence of danger in their tomb, proceeded with caution. It sounds like she is impatient, and finding Kinox is important to her, so I'm gonna go with haste. It feels like she would be impatient.
Honored Varguard, forgive me. Some malfunction of the tomb's awakening protocols has sealed my stasis crypt until these invaders are gone.
Curb your obeisances, Kynox. Though the task is beneath me, I shall disinter you.
Okay. This is... What is this symbol? I'm not sure. Okay, some more Necron action. Deployment. At the start of each skirmish, you'll deploy your units onto the battlefield. Tactical view is enabled by default during deployment, giving you a clearer look at enemies and terrain. You can toggle it on or off at any time during a skirmish using left shift. Deploy and reposition units with left click. If you want to undeploy a unit, use right click. Number of units you can deploy is limited by your leader's capacity. This capacity can be increased through upgrades. Awesome. So currently we have to decide how to deploy these 4 units. 2 warriors and 2 flayed ones, which are melee units. And we have one guy back here and a downed warrior from the look of things. Okay, well, flayed ones should be at the front. Like so, maybe. Warrior over here. And one more over here. I think this is fine. There are some familiar sound effects too from the first game, which is nice. What do we have? These look like vanguards, but we don't have any intel on them yet. I do know that they are ranged units. And this guy is an engine seer. Again, no intel yet, but we'll figure it out. A couple of servitors as a ranger. I mean, clearly their engine seer is the main issue. They are... I think the lore is that they are members of the Imperial Guard, but they are turned into their equivalent of a tech priest. They are not that high ranking as like a genuine AdMech tech priest, but they are like maintenance people essentially. But they do have respect, I mean. People need their tanks and machines fixed, so... I'm gonna go here. And I'm gonna hit this guy. For the double damage. Or, well, not double damage, but increased damage with the Gauss. Rapid fire. Yeah, that's predictable, but... I should be able to resurrect them with... Never shall. But I'm gonna wait with that, just in case some of my other units also fall. And then I can just go back up. So, yeah, maybe that will work in our favor. I'm gonna go here. Let's try and execute this vanguard. Okay, that worked because we... because it had less than 50 HP, so the flayed one attacked twice. Fair. Which was enough to execute it. Right. That's a warrior, so let's move... Let's move here. And attack. Let's attack the ranger. 2 damage, good. What will you do? Okay,
No
go.
more waiting.
I am not going to do that yet, but maybe I can charge the ranger. I also don't want to just send her into like the middle of the group, because in the demo I made that mistake and I was dumpstered like really quick. So I'm pretty sure later on you will have a better chance of doing that. Maybe you can specialize Nevershaw into like a melee beast and all of your other hero units, I'm assuming. But here she just have 9 HP and I don't know what this 2 blue bar is. What does that mean? Absorbs incoming damage, generates each turn. Well, maybe that can be bypassed by... Oh yeah, some units bypass defenses, yeah, as we have read. So I'm gonna... It's beyond reach. That's not cool. Okay, oops. Okay, so Nevershaw will just stay there. Or we just do this. and cause problems. There we go. They are all out there, coma. Ah. Okay, well, let's go with this guy. Use the Ghost Reaper on the servitor. Okay. Let's move up. Oh, it's a shame. Only 2 units left. Never mind, let's move here then. I could move, but then I would get damaged and potentially killed, so I will not move. Is there any immediate danger?
Millions of stellar cycles I have slept, yet still I tire of this nonsense.
Let me hit this Skitari. Okay, well okay, Skitari dead, cover dead, everything is dead. Good. Well done, never shot. Good. I can charge as well. Well, there's no point. Oh, okay, right click. It's cancelling. Good. Alright, yeah, that was predictable. Should I go and hurt? No, I shouldn't, because this guy would opportunity attack me. So let's attack the servitor. Oh, Omniscion X coming in. And the pistol, too. Do I have intel now? No. Guess I have to attack him first. Let's wait. Let's move up a bit first. Then attack. Boom. Okay. And warrior time. Let's attack the engines here, see what's going on. Okay, so that was blocked. Armor and defense. Some units have armor and defense. Is that... These are different things. Ah, okay, so armor I'm assuming is physical. Each point of armor reduces incoming damage by 1, and defense regenerates each turn and absorbs incoming damage before it can reduce the unit's HP. Right. Some weapons and skills can bypass these protections. So I'm assuming that armor is permanent. And it just reduces incoming damage. Defense is like your typical shield. So if you hit it, first the shield will go away, and then all the remaining damage will be done to your health bar. So, okay, that makes sense. So it applies to all kinds of damage, not like in the first game where there was physical damage, physical shields and energy shields. Which was a cool system too, I like that. Okay. Okay. A little bit of reanimation would be pretty cool right about now, but we can manage. I'm gonna hit the engines here because it's already a little bit scratched. Make use of this. Well, let's move up and keep dishing the damage to the engines here. Is that not close enough? Hold on. Okay. Do I... Oh, the Necron corpse is blocking the Okay, well, that's unfortunate. Oh, if I move here... Okay, we're good. Bam. I mean, these guys might reanimate still.
No more waiting.
No more. Should I engage? I mean, Nevershaw should be able to tackle that engines here at this point. There we go, and Vorsight. Almost. It's fine, we're good. I mean, she has 2 defense. Okay, I'm learning the terminology. It's fine. Armor is the stat that decreases your incoming damage, and Defense is your shield that goes away first, and then your HP gets damaged. We got this. Let me go over here. I'm gonna hit the 1 to 3. I mean, there's a big chance. Good. Nice. Let's switch to this guy and hopefully execute the servitor. Oh, max damage, good.
Cryptek, are you damaged?
Nothing that cannot be attended to later, Honored Vargard.
Good. Attend upon me, Kynox. What has caused this interruption to the Great Sleep?
Were we at the, like, the crypt door of Kynox here? Is that the story?
The tomb's observation routines have deteriorated over time. Their data is incomplete.
How long has it been?
More than a quarter turn of the galactic plane. Many stars will have bled and died since we last looked to the heavens, Honored Vargard.
Well, yeah. Necrons would be asleep for tens of thousands of years, if not more. A lot. Let's just say a lot. They have been sleeping just to make sure that all the other races which were causing them problems, like ages ago, would just die off. And then they would just wake up and, oh, the galaxy is ours again. Well, turns out it didn't work out like that, so
I see.
here we are.
Then, for all its sacrifices, immortality is undimmed.
The partial data indicates more biological entities are inside the tomb. Some warriors were roused in response, but they were destroyed.
So, we have an infestation of these vermin. The first of my duties is to see them exterminated. I shall attend to the security of my stasis crypt first, then drive them from the tomb.
Right.